At 40, people say everything starts to cool down, that desire fades, that passion gives way to routine. But what if that's the biggest lie you've ever been told? Imagine waking up one day to realize that your sex life doesn't just survive, blooms in ways most will never understand. More intense relationships, fewer taboos, and bodies rediscovering pleasure with a freedom only maturity can bring. Research shows that over 70% of people over 40 stay sexually active, and many claim it's better than ever. Maybe because, at this age, there's no more shame. No more labels, just the certainty that living with desire is also living with health. And today, you'll discover why this flame not only survives, but can set everything around you on fire. Stay with me, because at the end of this video, you'll hear the most surprising reason: why sex after 40 becomes a privilege that few dare to embrace. The myth of an expiration date. For decades, we've been taught that desire has an expiration date, that after 40, everything becomes lukewarm, predictable, almost non-existent. But what if that belief was nothing more than a reflection of collective insecurity, a culture that refuses to see maturity as power? Imagine waking up to realize your body, so often criticized, holds memories and power only experience can unlock. At 40, many Americans say it's exactly when the taboos start to fall. The fear of judgment dissolves, and sex becomes discovery again. Studies by the Kinsey Institute reveal that most adults over 40 report more emotional satisfaction in intimacy than in their youth. That's no coincidence. This is the result of self-esteem that grows when urgency finally disappears. Have you ever wondered if everything you were told about getting older was just another form of control? A way to tame the flame that insists on burning? After all, if desire were that fragile, why does it always come back the moment you let yourself feel? Rediscovering your body and freedom at 40. Many realize the quest is no longer about perfect performance, but genuine pleasure. The need to impress simply fades, replaced by a surrender without scripts or masks. The body wants something to hide, a witness to all the stories that shaped you. Research published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine shows that while frequency may slow for some, emotional quality often skyrockets. Touch takes on a new meaning. Orgasms reach new depths. Intimacy becomes a dance between trust and curiosity. Across America, more intergenerational relationships are appearing. Young men drawn to mature women who embody a kind of freedom that's magnetic, a passion that never asks for permission, a vitality that can't be explained by hormones alone. Maybe it's because, after 40, people finally understand that loving and desiring isn't an obligation. It's a choice, a daily decision to stay alive inside. If you could choose between living lukewarm or diving headfirst into the fire, what would you choose today? Pleasure as health and rebellion. There's something deeply rebellious about not giving up pleasure when the world expects you to surrender. When society whispers that it's time to step back, to pretend nothing stirs inside you, but thousands of Americans over 40 prove otherwise every single day. With pride, according to the World Health Organization, health isn't merely the absence of disease, but a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. And sex, at this stage, fulfills all these roles at once. It reduces stress, improves circulation, strengthens self-esteem, and renews vitality. It's almost a biological reminder that you still belong here. The numbers don't lie. 70% of people in this age group say they feel happier and more connected when their sex life stays active. This desire becomes a silent fuel warming, not just the body, but the dreams that still matter. If there's one taboo more stubborn than all the others, it might be this: admitting that growing older doesn't steal your right to ecstasy. Sometimes, it's only after 40 that it finally begins to unfold. The pride of being untamed, some call it a crisis, others call it freedom. But for those who live it, there's no denying this. After 40, a different power is born. A quiet courage that grows every time you decide not to ask permission to feel. Many men and women say this is the age when they finally stop apologizing for wanting. It no longer matters if your partner is younger, older, or from the same season of life. What matters is the truth inside the touch, the honesty of the desire to taste every last drop of sweat in bars. In clinics, in whispered late-night calls, the same story repeats itself. pleasure is a form of pride, a rebellion against those who insist the flame must go out. And once you taste that fire, there's no going back. If there's one lesson time teaches us, it's this: wanting isn't weakness. It's proof that, despite everything, you're still gloriously untamed. Maybe the biggest taboo isn't sex after 40. Maybe it's admitting that it can be, without question, the best it's ever been. That this phase isn't twilight, it's dawn. A chance to live pleasure exactly as it should be, unashamed, unhurried, unapologetic. If you've made it this far, chances are you carry that same flame inside, the one that refuses to die even when the world insists on quiet. I have only one invitation for you. Don't feel ashamed. Be proud of everything you've discovered, everything you still have left to explore. Because this desire, the one that wakes up at 40, is living proof that freedom is the greatest victory for those brave enough to grow older. In the next episode, you'll discover why many say that at 50, freedom becomes even stronger, and pleasure even more necessary. If this resonated with you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments. What keeps you feeling alive at 40?